I think it should be live right now. Uh, Let me see. Let me refresh the page. Okay. All right. I'm live now. That's good. But yes. Uh, but yes, like I was saying, I'm just really tape reading what's going on here in this market. Uh, let's put this at full screen. Oh, it doesn't really do much. Check it out then. Doesn't do much. I'm just not realizing that I have two screens open. Let's check the regular trading hours. Go for the other chart. Let's close this chart. Let's check the regular trading hours real quick to see what's going on. So far, this doesn't seem like a price action that wants to push higher, but I'm still remaining bullish because at the same time it can also, go and push up. So, but it's still early in the market because it's only 10:21. There's not much going on. I don't usually stream, but I'm gonna just put this out just for the fun of it. It's a very slow market too. Very, very slow market today. You know, you know what's crazy? I don't see my other lists, like the stocks that I usually have in here, but it's fine. I don't see them. The dollar is up. Cute. Okay. Do, 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 do. There's nothing in price like that I see that's like, okay, I don't see anything in this that's saying, okay, buy it, sell it. Because we're in between two PD arrays. We're in between a bearish fair value gap and a bullish fair value gap on the 4 hour. Like I said, I prefer the bullish fair value gap, which is highlighted in green. That's named BC because the weekly is bullish. But I still don't expect a large range because of the fact that we're also creating a weekly fair value gap. So that's the reason why I also am not really expecting a super massive range. So, but today there's a good chance today we might see a small little run maybe, but that remains to be seen because it's still early in the market and it keeps on rejecting price from going lower. So the first 15 minutes per value gap after 10 a.m. that form, that's gonna be the um that's pretty much going to be what set the stage for where the market is going to go. The first 15-minute gap that forms. And I expect it to be a bullish one rather than a bearish one because I'm bullish overall. Those two candles here, this is a weekly candle and this is a daily. So as you can see, we ran up, came back down into a discount, right gap, ran back up, come back down again, hit this, couldn't dump. Just mind you, this you gotta look at the context. We made a 15-minute gap here, and it couldn't continue lower. What does that tell me? We're going higher. So that's why when I see this here, I'm like, okay, I'm confident this is probably gonna hold and then invert this because we had all multiple opportunities to dump and then probably just couldn't do it. We had the tear, drop, came back up, inverse, drop, tried to drop it one more time, failed to, attempt to do it again, failed to, came back up, and he's failing to. So that's telling me like the Bulls are defending this and the algorithm wants to go higher. And all that needs to be done is just being patient and wait. Like I said, this 5 minute gap is gonna get inversed soon. A lot of people they be scared to enter off these 15-minute time frame because they think it's like a huge time frame, but in reality, the 15 minute is actually a very small time frame. It is a very small time frame, and then the 1 minute is a ultra smaller time frame, like ultra small time frame. Like you don't understand, like it's like the smallest, like very small time frame, and you don't need to go that low because that's how you get like you could get faked out very easily in this kind of market. Like when you after studying this concept for 3 years, like it becomes, I'm gonna tell you right now, it becomes very easy to know what to expect on a day to day. Like following all rules and everything, it like I'm sitting here, I'm bored. Like there's nothing for me to do. I'm just like, all I'm thinking is like, okay, show your hand already, bro. Like I know what you're gonna do, and I know what I want to see you do. You know, I'm predicting what the market wants to do, what I want to see it do. A lot of the time, people say, "Oh, don't try to predict the market." Why not? That's what that's your job. As a when you're doing your technical analysis, whatever you call it, what you're doing, you're predicting, you're forecasting what you want to see the market do in the future before it does it. You're predicting and then you're reacting off that prediction. Don't just react to the market. You can predict it what you expect to see. And that's what's gonna make you very good at what you do. Being able to predict where price is gonna go beforehand. Come on, come on, man. And I'm really just sitting on this chair, and I'm so tired, yo. Because I stayed up, and then I woke up. I had to wake up early again. It's only 10 a.m. right now, 10:28 a.m. That's why I don't like. Sometimes I don't like to trade overnight. Be looking for those what do you call it? I've been looking for those graphic basic sweatpants, and I can't. I like the one with the wide leg at the end of the leg. I don't want the jogger looking one. The wide leg sweatpants are really nice sweatpants. Perfect for the gym too. even find some. But I did buy like two of them. I like that we close above. See, this is what I'm looking for right there. I like the fact that we close above the midpoint of that old fair value gap. Now, what I want to see is a new 15-minute fair value gap form. There's nothing else for me to do but wait. Sit on your hands and wait. That is all there is to do. Just sit down and wait your turn. 10 a.m. open already, and then now it's like looking to go up. Exactly. Now we're trading above the open of the 10 a.m. That's what I like to see. This is very good. It's a very good sign. So let's see now, can it hold and make its way? And also that 5 minute fair value gap that I spoke about earlier. And I think price is making an attempt to inverse it. This this um this gap right here. So I want to see those price come up into that and inverse. This is what I want to see. Because we did tag it with this candle and we dropped and it couldn't push down. It immediately reversed back up. So if this inverse, then the market is gonna be looking good for longs. If you like to enter on the 5 minute, then that'll be like a good trade to take. If it inverse, then you can go long there. This is not financial advice. This is just me saying things. This is my opinion. I'm not telling anybody to how to trade. All my setups are my very own. Yep, that is exactly what we want to see. We sit here patiently and we wait for the market to show the hand. Like I said, I want to see a 15-minute fair value gap form after 10 before I look to enter this market. That's what I want to see. I don't care about nothing else, which means we're really waiting for like what? Another 15-minute candle to form and another. We're waiting for like 30 minutes, yo. At least 30 minutes, 30, really like 45 minutes. So it's gonna take some time before we even get something in here. It's gonna take a while. And because of that, I'll just have to just sit there and just wait. Because this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take some time. was okay. Uh, it's the same thing, you know. There's not much going on. It's a lot of sitting down and a lot of waiting. Do we inverse it? Nope. Still look like it wants to try something, but like I said, we're only looking to buy this market. So, mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Another thing is like when you like in this trading space, it's very important to like focus on your own trading and not worry about what other people are doing. Because it's very easy to go into somebody's, you know, YouTube, somebody's Twitter page and see that, oh, they're probably making this much money, that much money. But in reality, that was their trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to like look at other people's trading journey and try to like compare it to yours because that's the quickest way to like be discouraged. You have to become your own signal bot, literally. When you can call out trades for yourself to the point where like you were making a certain amount of money, like you can do this, like when you realize you can really do this by yourself, that's when it's like, oh shit, I really, you know, because like a lot of the time, some of you guys understand, like if you are on a funded account, right, and you happen to make $200, like of like funds, like $200 that you can withdraw, that's $200. That's a lot of money. $500, that's a lot of money. Like I'm telling you right now, a lot of y'all be forgetting that. Making this it's not normal. Just being able to make that fast too. That's the thing. It's because it's fast money too. That's another thing that kind of gets y'all super hyped up. Being able to make even $1,000 in a single day and not even 3 hours, 4 hours, you make $1,000. That's not normal, you know. Because remember, some people they have to work a whole week to even make $1,000, but you're doing it in a single day in like two hours or less. You know, that's the thing about it. Like in my Discord, I had to like really like reflect on it. When I went to my Discord, what is it at? I have to go to my Discord to show you this. I don't know if I have a picture of this in here. Like this trade right here. This I made this trade was a $6,000 trade. I on this trade I made 6.1K in a single day, and not even in like an hour or less. Probably an hour, 2 hours. I made this money right here in two. I think it was on 2 hours. That was a $6,000 day. Like $2,000 in a single day right here. You know, that's the thing about trading. It's like, yo, you have to remember, like, this is, look at this right here. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the P&L, $1,600 in one day, right? Um, do I have the other ones? I don't know if I have the other ones. The pictures of the other ones. Like you have to remember, like this was a 3K day on that's eval, and then that was an eval, and I made 1,000 on the funded account. Like those trades, it's like you have to understand these are like exceptionally great trades. These aren't like your average. Oh, this is that. No, this is look at this $1,200 a day right here. $2,400 a day. This is like very impressive feat, and this was $1,000 today. And I made this yo, I made this in like not even an hour actually. I made this in like probably like 30, 45 minutes. I made this $1,000. That's the thing I've been trying to like show you, and this is like the payout I requested. Saying, see, I'm not lying when I tell y'all like, yo, and it's the $1,500 payout I request from Apex. I was with what do you call it, My Funny Futures, and I moved to Apex because I'm trying to scale 20 accounts on Apex instead, so I'm focused on doing that. And these are the channels of trade, 15-minute fair value gap, New York session only. Just from trading New York session only, 15-minute fair value gaps with the bias, I already got a payout approved on its way to my bank account right now. And right now I'm already on 2 days of like consistent $2,000 days on my funded for my next payout that I'm getting ready for in a few weeks from now. Like you gotta understand, like being able to make those kind of money is like, bro, it's unreal, you know? And quite frankly, like the payout that I'm about to receive from Apex, I'm going to use this money to pay off my car. Like I have a car, like I have a car loan, and I only owe like $1,400 on it right now, and I'm gonna use that money to just pay it off. That's surreal. Like I never thought I'd be able to do something like that, but here we are. And I'm looking at here. Let me turn this on. This is a 15-minute fair value gap. Like it auto plots fair value gaps for you on the charts. That's what I like about this. So I don't have to like mark them out. I keep it very simple, I keep it very simple. And I see a very small little gap. And I think we're about to invert this, yeah. We're in the process of reversing this. So once we inverse this, then the longs are going to be the play. I expect to see this market go higher. I'm fading every shorts in this market right now. I'm not trying to long nothing. Straight shorts only. Like I even yesterday, like I even faded my mentor ICT yesterday, you know? He was looking for shorts and I was like, I'm looking to be a buyer here. I'm not shorting this because he trades on a very small time frame too. But I'm not doing that because I have a longer term bias and that's what I follow. I just follow the longer term bias. This is a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like to me, this is what I'm looking at really. I'm focusing on here. I don't care what happened overnight. I'm focusing on the session for New York. From 9:30, but really at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. What we open up at 10 a.m. Where is it right here? We open, we drop. Now we're above the open. We have a small little gap right here on the 15 that looks like it's forming. So I want to see, does it stay around here, then come back and tag this and push, or does it leave this open and go up and like make a new one and then to go higher? That's how I'm going about this. I'm not missing out on any move. I'm not like trying to rush the process. I'm looking for one setup, one trade, one execution. I don't care about anything else. Because remember, like the people that you're seeing on X, a lot of them, like I'm gonna tell you that right now, a lot of them are on combines. Like there's a lot of like people who are just stuck in eval jail and they're posting their trades on here and this shit, it's all combine trades, yo. It's all combines. There's not funded accounts. A lot of these guys, they're blowing their funded accounts left to right because they're trying to get a big chunk of the move for the day. Everybody wants to make $1 million in one day, you know? When I'm gonna tell you right now, this setup is gonna repeat this week, next week, and then next week, and then next week. You know, you don't have to like try and make a big amount in a single day. No, just keep trading the same way you trade. You don't need to go crazy. But a lot of these young guys, when they, a lot of them, I'm pretty sure a lot of them, they know how to trade. It's just that they have trouble following their own rules. Same way I had trouble following my rules. But I know that deep down, I know, okay, if I follow my rules, I get paid. So, just like I go to the gym at 7 p.m. every day, I go on the charts 9:30 a.m. every day. But there are times that if I see a setup that's like makes sense, I will, go outside the rules and take the setup. Yes, that's me violating my rules, but it's okay because like I have more experience. But it's not like I'm doing that daily. And also, you don't need to over leverage. You still gotta understand making $500 is still a lot of money. $250, $300, $400. The thing is, when that money's in your hand, that's when you're like, oh, damn, that's actually a lot of money, you know? Compared to like right now in this day and age, who would want an extra $500, you know? Like right now, I'm sitting in 12K in equity in my funded account, right? $12,000 is a lot of money, and I only made that in 2 weeks. I only wanted to make a 5K for the month, and I ended up making 12 or in 2 weeks because there was A plus set up around the same time frame that I've been talking about. You build a buffer, and then you just keep building it and building it. That's it. Yeah, Apex got a 50% consistency rule. That's very easy. If you make 2,000, you need to make 4,000. Simple as that. You make $3,000, you double it, make 6,000, make another 3,000. Simple as that. Or you make 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and boom. That's a very easy rule to follow. They make it extremely easy actually. You make $5,000 today, guess what? You need to make another five. Go make 10, so you can satisfy the rule. I made 6,000 in a single day. I made 6.4 in a single day. What I had to do, I had to make $12,000 to satisfy the rule to get a payout, and that's what I went and did. I made 12,000, satisfy the rule, request a payout, and now I'm back at 12,000 again. And I already made the money back up. And then guess what? I'm gonna like work my way up to just make another 3,000. I think. Let me see. No, probably like another 5,000 to request another payout. And guess what? That's just gonna give me an even bigger buffer. And then at the same time, my next payout that's gonna come by next week, I'm gonna use that money to scale my account and get. I'm gonna pick up an extra 50K end of day accounts to trade with, to scale up, and that's my plan. Because once you know what you're doing, it's only a matter of time. You just gotta scale. Let me see the 5 minute. What we're doing here. Okay, we've inversed this. We made an inversion on the 5 minute, and that's the only time I'll look to like. I'll go, okay, you know what? I'm gonna execute on the five. We inverse this right here, so we can call this. We average 5 minute, so we know what's going on. This is a 5 minute inversion. We lock that down and we can like change the color to like uh a lighter purple. And guess what? If this makes a fair value gap inside of here, I will execute longs. So we'll see what happens here. One could already execute on this because if you trade inversions, the moment this 5 minute gets inverse with this candle, the next candle that opens and drops, that's a buy entry right there. And your stop loss is below this low, and you just wait. Frankly, that is not it's not my style of trading, so I don't execute like that. Although it works, but that's not my style. My style is fair value gaps only. Fair value gaps that not inversions. It's actual regular fair value gaps where the market creates it, bounce back into it, and then trade out of it. That's my entry mechanism. I don't do inversions like that. Not saying they're bad, but I'm just saying it's not my style. I have specific rules that I follow. And now we're trading inside of this old 15-minute gap here. And I want to see it become a bullish inversion. And I think once that gets inverted and we get the new 15-minute candle after this one, I want to see another 15-minute candle forms and then another one to trade back down inside this potential fair value gap that looks like it's going to form. I like how this is going. And at the same time, I do notice on the 5, we're creating a small little fair value gap, which is the only time if this creates it and trades back into it, then I'll take a buy, which will be me front running a buy entry. Depending on where this gap is right now, it's down here. So we'll have to see. We got like 4 minutes left. So let's see what happens here. See, everybody was looking for shorts. They're all getting stopped out right now. Everyone who's looking for shorts. Why? Because they're trading against the trend. And this is why I'd be saying you have to trade in the direction of the weekly candle. We have 3 minutes left. Now let's see, does price want to gravitate back down and tag that gap? And the thing is, since we're delivering from the 4 hour, this inverse, I know this is not going to hold. So when this gets inverse, I want to see the market at least come back into this or even leave it like this and just trade back down. But if that doesn't happen, we'll just have to wait. We're going to have to scale to the 15-minute to wait for a setup there if we don't get like an entry in here. Now you're probably thinking that, oh, I'm missing the move. No, I'm not. I'm not missing anything. You know why? Because it's only 10:56 a.m. What am I missing? I'm missing absolutely nothing. There's nothing here that I'm missing. Because like I said before, if the market's gonna make a move, you just have to sit down and wait for it to make the move. We're navigating this together, and you're gonna see exactly how I think and what goes through my mind when I'm in these markets. And that's what I'm showing to you, providing you today, like how I approach this market. And if you approach the market the same way, I guarantee you, well, not guarantee, because sometimes you're gonna take loss. I'm gonna say you're gonna have a high likelihood of hitting some good trades. You see how, notice how this fair value gap is kind of like there's one here, and then how it's just expanding. That means this is gonna stay open, which means price will not come back down here because it's below the midpoint of this inverse. So more than likely the next gap that forms and the next one, that's when price is gonna utilize maybe this one right here to go higher. The way this is trading. If it's gonna come back and tag this, it had to I'd like to see it reject a little bit and then the next candle form and it tags it. If it doesn't do that, that's completely fine. Leaving a breakaway gap is also fine because that tells me like the market really wants to push. So I'd like to see a rejection, and then the next candle opens up, tag this, then takes off. That's what I like to see. If that doesn't happen, then we're gonna scale back to the 15 and just wait for, like I said, the next two 15-minute candle to form. It's very, very simple stuff. It sounds very confusing, but it's very, very simple. The simplicity of it. And over time, um, some of you, as you get better at this, you're gonna realize that you do not want to be trading in groups with people. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do that. Like because there's so many what do you call it? There's so many different like you don't want to have a bunch of other people's opinion in your trade setups. You just want to have your own setups, your own trades. Like because if you have it like where it's only you that's executing and then making the call outs for yourself, you're gonna get really good at this to the point where we just inverse that 15-minute. You're gonna get so good at this to the point where like you really do not want to be hearing anybody else's trade. Like you don't want to hear what they have to say because like what you see on your chart, what you interpret on your chart, that's for you alone, not for anybody else. We have a daily high up here. I don't want to see price hit that now, but if it does, that's fine. But I really don't want it to hit it now. I kind of want it to kind of like meander around here for a little bit and tag this and then run. But we have yesterday's daily high here, and market looked like it wants to go and tag that real quick. We just inverse the 15-minute, so let's see how this plays out. If this candle could stay right here and just meander for the next 4 minutes, that'll be perfect. Then we can utilize this gap right here to go long. Let me mark this blue. We have 3 minutes left. This is a 100K paper account, as you can see. You will go with 5 or 1. We'll go with 1. I like what it's doing here. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And it's to stay right here and before anything. We have a very small 15-minute breakaway gap here. And then we have this gap right here also. You see, this is the first 15-minute gap that I was talking about. Now, what you want to see, it also aligns with the 5-minute. So if the market tags it, I'm going to enter. And even then, if this forms where it's like the next 12 minutes comes back and hits it again, that's also like you could just add because we inverse this. Now you'll see what I've been talking about all day. Like we did all that, it just failed to do it. It just wants to go higher. Like now you see how I mean? Like I'm predicting what's gonna happen and what I want to see it do. Before, like instead of just buying blindly, no. Like this is how you gotta interpret this market in order to like be really profitable and like, make money in this. And I'm realizing we have a fair value gap under here too. So there's two fair value gaps really. And because there's two of them, one on a 15-minute time frame, price could come down and even like try to tag in here. Even though if I were to enter on this one, because if this 15-minute gap doesn't stay open and market come back into it, then it will most likely go hit that and then make a spike rally. Right now we have 1 minute left. So let's see how it trades. 1 minute and 46 seconds. The moment price tags inside of that gap, I'm executing. The algorithm is rigged. The market is rigged, and that's the reason why you're able to predict it, because it's a rigged market. I'm calling price live. We have a minute left. Let's see, can the market come down? Mm-hmm. 46 seconds left, you know. 39. I don't want to see it just run straight for that buy side at all. I prefer it to wait before it does that. 25 seconds to go. You see how like I'm just sitting here. I've been waiting. It's already 11 o'clock. I'm patient with this. I'm not rushing. No. I'm sitting here with it and I'm just waiting. We can even look at the 15, you see? There's nothing to do but sit and wait patiently for the market to give you a setup. All right, now we have this 5-minute new 5-minute candle that just opened up. Now let's see, will it come down and tag this? So we trade above this, you can easily add it where you add a limit order right here. See? Limit order right here, and then take profit. I'm going to anticipate when we move like this, I'm anticipating a 100-point run. I'm always gonna tag for 100 points by limit. So once it comes back and tags this, I'm expecting just 100 points. And I like that how it's trading like this, because like it's only 8 minutes left, which means more than likely price may want to use this 15-minute this 15-minute instead of the 5. So it's probably gonna play around here for a while. So when you have a bias in line and everything is just like aligns up together, there is no need to fear this market. The only thing you have to do is be patient, execute your model. And this is my trade right here. If everybody got entry, 5 or 15-minute chart, you know, 7 minutes to go. So it's gonna wait. It's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little wait. And this is the trade of the day, by the way. This is not the trade that's like, oh, it's no. This is the trade of the day. It's 11 a.m. and quite frankly, for being 11 a.m., like 100 points, that's like way low. Like you can say like up to maybe like 200 if you want to, because it's still very early in the day. And if you catch the setup on the on this, you can like you could set your target to like, okay, damn near 200 points, because it's a 15-minute time frame setup. So expect you can get 200 points out of this. This gave what? This gave 193 yesterday, you see? So if you were to go about it, you could say upward. Anything over 100 points, that's impressive anyway already. So what you could do is like 150 points, I'll say. If you want to catch like a very like good chunk of this candle, of the daily candle, 150 points. So you can have it like this. Remember, it's only 150 points. You're not trying to like what do you call it? You're not here to catch the whole move, but like on a way there pretty much. On its way toward it. That's what you want. You know? You don't have to catch the entire move. No, no, no. As it's making its way there, that's what you really want to catch. Put my stop right below this gap down here. Notice how it's like just shy of it. Like it's like right here, just shy of it. So limit, we have the inverse. This is a perfect entry right here. Limit order right below the candle. So we just gotta wait another 5 minutes for the new candle to form. Ugh. Like if you think about it, right, everybody wants to, what do you call it? This looks like it's trying to make its way to go for that daily high. Like if you think about it, right, everyone is like on these small time frames, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to do this. Like no, be patient. Be patient. Let's check the 5. I still want to see it come back and hit this. Because we have a daily high that's right there. So that's a very like, that's like a magnet. So it could go for it, but I prefer it to not go for it yet. But it's fine because London already made low of day. So now it's just like execution. Just see if price wants to, hit this and then continue higher. And I don't know why everybody is like, like everybody's trying to short this market. I don't understand. This is the all-time high market, and everyone is like, they just want to short this market so bad. You know, I don't get the hype behind that. Why is everybody trying to short this? I'm not shorting this market on until it shows me like, yo, it does not want to go. Like it's very obvious sometimes. I will not short this. The monthly is bullish, and everybody's still trying to short this market. It doesn't make sense. They're sitting on these small time frames, and they're not, zoomed out. We look like we're gonna hit that daily high to me. Seems like this is like just shy of it. But yeah, like everybody's just like they're just in a hurry to short this market so bad. Like, and that's the reason why I say that like it's very important to stick to your analysis and your bias, and why you shouldn't try to copy what other people are doing. Because the same way like some people are like trying to short this market is the exact same way like you probably would try to go on their channel if they're live or something, you try to copy their trading and they take a loss, you take a loss. Whereas if you had your own analysis, you learn this the right way too. And you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna go do what I wanna do and what I see the market showing me. I'm gonna follow that. Follow your own, set up your own rules. And I guarantee I bet you probably, you do better. Because what they see, what other people see on their chart is what they're gonna interpret it as versus what you see on your chart. You both can have different ideas and still win, you know? And y'all both could have the same idea and still lose. Or y'all both can have the same idea, one of y'all win, one of y'all lost. That's why I say it's very important that you focus on your own trading and not worry about like other people. If we hit this daily high, I anticipate price to come back down, hit that gap, and then run. Or if not, then we just have to wait. It's just a waiting game. It's a huge waiting game. What's the hourly doing? I don't even know if this is gonna come back for this. I hope it does though, the way it's looking. We got 56 seconds left. I would like to see a small little bit of rejection lower. You know, like a little rejection lower because like the timing's going down. So this candle can come up, tag this, and then spike. I'd like to see something like that. Because we're not far from this. I could easily see us hitting 200 points. Like, I could really see that happening. We tag this down, run for 200 points. I could see that. And it's Thursday. They gotta get the last squeeze out of that. All right, we made our 15 minutes for value gap. We can just take this hard and just now, really just wait. See, watch. And this is the setup that I'd be talking about. Let me call my friend real quick. Probably sleeping from work. But now I want to see this candle come down and tag this, then takes off. That's what I want to see now. The same thing that I outlined earlier, this is what I want to see it do. This is like when I say demand the market to show you its hand, this is what I mean by demand it. You need to sit there and ask, like, not ask, but like just like I said, demand for price to show you its hand. For value gaps are usually the first thing price go for if there's no highs. So I'm guessing you may want to tag this and come back down, or come back down and tag this, one or the other. But I prefer it come for this for value gap here. It looks like it wants to tag this first, then probably come back. I didn't want it to do that, but it might just do that and spike. Then it'll probably gonna be one of those days where like market just kind of trade without you kind of thing. Because sometimes we'll take the daily high and offset the liquidity up there, and then it'll just fucking punch through this and just spike. And there's not much you can do about that. So I like that it's kind of like shying. It's like just shy of that high too. So it's just shy of it. Come on. Might just hate it already. It's just shy of liquidity. It wants it. Yep. It's It's targeting that buy side, the previous day high liquidity right now. Yep, boom. Just shy of it, you know. Of course, I wanted to see it hit the fair value gap first before it went for that daily high, but it's doing the opposite. So it's still fine, but I would rather hit the fair value gap where it's like it hits it, and once it hits that daily high, it would have like punched through it with speed. But it seems like it wants to go for the daily high first. Okay, we just took the daily high. Yep. Now there's a very good chance it might just start speeding up, or it might come back for that fair value gap next. Because after that, that's a new high. We just made a new high again. So now it's like, does it want to come back and tag that gap, or is it gonna just spike? And I have a feeling it might come back and tag the gap. But a lot of the time when the markets are bullish like that, they usually don't come back and just spike up and keep going. But some rejection would be nice, you know? Some rejection, go back and tag that gap. That would be a nice thing to see. I much prefer like some rejections. Go back down and hit that and tag the entry and then make its way higher. We just took out the people who were short from last night. So let's see if they're gonna try and be a buyer now. In a bull market, you gotta fade all shorts in a bull market and focus on only longs. See? Just as I said, it's not as pushing. We might not even get a setup. I would like to see a nice retracement back down there, but let's check regular trading hours to see what's it doing here. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. So since we took that daily high out, I'm gonna remove this. The hourly, okay. Mm-mm-mm-hmm. Notice how it's just like straight, just pumping up. Like no opportunity to really get in sync with this, except it shows a small gap here, but this is very extreme, literally. And that's why we stay here to see what's like really going on. Let's check the 30-minute time frame to see what price is doing. 5 minutes, okay. This was a 30-minute gap in here actually. Let's see, does it want to come back down? Or does it just keep going? See? That's what I was like kind of anticipating. Like if this hits if we hit the daily high, is probably gonna start pumping through it and not come back for this. But this is the only next liquidity point that's available. And it seems like there's a very small 15-minute fair value gap right here again that's forming. And based on how this is like showing me like this possible very tiny one. Very. See that? It's a very small gap right here. Price could come back for that one instead. Literally could come back, tag this one. Don't even hit this. Could come back and tag this and then ticks off. Which I will have to mark it in instead. It's all about that entry pattern. Mind you, we've only moved what 59 points. Ridiculous, isn't it? Sit here, wait for a setup, you know. And since I'm on a much higher time frame, I don't mind like sitting there waiting like extra time. And honestly, how this is trading, like, it's like, yo, some people would lose their mind, but if you're looking for a setup that's gonna yield you a lot of money, you know, like if you're looking for your one setup, you know, you're just gonna have to do that. I'm gonna cancel this order for now. Because of this gap here, we did have a small breakaway gap here, and then we have a gap here. I'm thinking like, yo, there's a good chance it could come down and hit this, then takes off. I actually want to see what happens now because like the market is slowing down. Even though we took the high, it's slowing down. Let's see. I hope my boy Phil don't come in here and press any other buttons to spike this up. You see how long I've been waiting for a setup, and it's like that almost daily. I'm just sitting there waiting. That's why I say like it gets boring really fast, and that's why some people they be trying to trade on the 1 minute time frame where they want to get it over with. But I rather get like A plus plus setup than like risk losing for no reason. We have 17 seconds left. Let's see. And if price hits that smaller gap right under that huger one, I'm gonna enter off that this small gap right here. I will enter off that. If it comes down and tags it, I'll buy into it. You see how NQ just be edging people? Now, if you take out everything, you just put it on regular trading hours, you see? This is how your chart look. Clean. You skip all the overnights. You just straight for the AM session. Because as you're looking at this, you're looking at this like, wow, there was nothing. All that overnight trading was just, yeah, there was nothing. And this is what I look for every morning. The actual move of the day. Will we come back and tag this? What is this candle number? 10:30, 10:15. Okay. Come down and tag here. Then price runs. Which means buy limit right here. Now we just gotta wait. I know in your mind you might be thinking, yo, this is not gonna come back for your entry, man. It's not gonna come back at all. It's just gonna keep running. No, just be patient. Anyways, I'm gonna sit here and just lay down. Cause I'm exhausted a little bit. I'm getting tired too. Okay. All right. Now I'm still sitting here waiting. The waiting game is like, ugh. My God, bro. It's like torture. But for the greater good, though. Torture for good reasons. That's what it is. I think it's so easy. Markets is slowing down quite a bit right now. The next point of liquidity it's gonna go for is the fair value gaps, just like I said before. After it takes the high, that's the only available liquidity for it to go to. So the next point of interest is the fair value gaps. Because usually fair value gaps be the first thing they go for, but since it was a daily high, it really wanted that daily high. So to like since it's a daily fair value gap, that's I mean since it's a daily buy side, it's much stronger than a 15-minute gap. So but now that it done take the daily high, the only thing left is that 15-minute fair value gap that's right here. So now I would like to see price come down and tag that up real quick. It may even like reach down to the further one, but I think this one right there, it's very close. It's in close proximity. You could very well just tag it real fast and then take off. And this is the move that happens every week. Literally, they hide it in plain sight. Now you think the market's been hidden from you, but no. Set your chart on regular trading hours, and you're going to see the move every time. Like you won't miss it. The same trade that these guys are taking, that's giving them like a lot of money. This is the exact same trade setup that they're taking. You know, the guys is making 60 to 100K monthly. It's the exact same setup a lot of them are doing. Most of them don't even trade on a lower time frame. Though a lot of them they trade on 15 and higher, and they don't really trade every day. So if you think you gotta like, trade every day, you got it all wrong. Cause some days it's like there was no need to trade. Some days, and the reason why I prefer the 15-minute fair value gaps is because like they cannot hide it from you. That's the thing about it. Because if market's gonna make a significant move and it gives you a 15-minute gap, best believe that's gonna be a really good move. Like you're actually catching a good like setup. Despite price being very stingy right here, without, but I'm very confident that we're probably gonna go and tag that 15-minute gap right here, and then expand. Cause it's already 11:40, so low of days already made. So now just patience and just let the market do what it do. If he hits the gap, it hits the gap. If he doesn't hit it and just trades away, then it is what it is. I guess it's just one of those days where the market just, in a hurry to just go somewhere. We're approaching the 1150 macro, so I think that macro might be the one that give us that retracement we're looking for. It's 1142 right now. So I think the 1145 candle is gonna be might be the one that pushes us back inside of that 15-minute fair value gap, so the market can push much higher. So let's see what happens here. I remember like I used to like be in discords and stuff like that, but over time I realized I need to focus on me, and I didn't like to trade with other people because like what I'll see they don't see, and I put a lot of time in my craft and my studies. I put a hell of hours, so like I realized that I'm better off doing this by myself than like actually working with somebody, because if you're not as hungry as me, it's like I don't want to work with you, because quite frankly a lot of people they're kind of like looking for a signal instead of like trying to like, really like learn this for real. Like some people say they will learn it and they'll study it, but they half-ass it, you know. And that's the reason why they're not getting the result that they want. They half-assing this. Like this right here, I take pride in this. I'm not gonna. Why would I? I would never half-ass this. This makes money. Like the money I make with this, hell no. Why would I ever want to half-ass something? Like, bro, what job in the world where you can make 6K so fast, bro? 3K in like minutes. You know what I mean? Like, the hell? There's no job in the world better than this. And I'm grateful that I learned this. Now, I would like to see, does price want to push down and actually hit this fair value gap this time? Because it's 1144, it's pushing downward. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Because you have to think to yourself, like, okay, if the market makes this 15-minute gap during 10 a.m., that means it has somewhere to go. It could come back, like I said, for the deeper gap. There's a very good chance that can occur, and there's a good chance it may not, because of the fact that we already had a first gap at the very very bottom where the inversion is. So like, I want to show you. So because of what do you call it? Because of this first gap, there's a very good chance it could come all the way back and tag this one and then make its way. But I prefer to enter on this just because of the fact that there's like sometimes it will might tag the first one and not go for the next one. So in terms, if it goes down and go to the deeper one, I'll add to the position. If it tags it, I'll add an extra 5. I'll just add extra 5 now because it's rejecting. So that's good. Then we add, nice, 3 more. Then we add 2 more. Nice. And now we wait. Mm-mm-mm. Beautiful. Now let's see if market wants to expand and go much higher. We can use the standard deviation from this low to this high, and we align it with the 2. We align it with the 2 or the 2.5. The 2.5 is the maximum range that I think price will go for. So we target the 2.5 with a standard deviation, which is all the way up here. And now we just, let the trade play out. There's nothing else to do. If it plays out, it plays out. Came all the way back down. Now it's a matter of just allowing price to do what it do best. And also like when it's way there, we also want to do partials. Partials is very important. So over here, we take off 10 over here. And then the maximum will be right here. Take off 10. Let me see. Very first run up, that's 10 out here. And then, yeah. I'm going to do it like this instead. 5. When price gets above this high, how much points is this? From the entry to here, that's 50. It's 120 something points. It's okay, so sell 5 above here. So 5 above this high. And then 10. No, I should do 10 actually instead of 5. 10 above this high. That's over 50 points. That's 1,000. So 10 above this high, and then we could do 5 here. Actually, no, just 10 up here. So instead we just close this and have it here to the 1. Because this will be like, yeah. Is ES like, what's ES doing? Oh, the gap is failing on ES. So the one on NQ might fail too. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm looking at it like, okay, this inversion should keep price from going down any lower, unless we're getting a complete reversal. Then that'll be one of those days where like you'll get stopped out in the of the trade if it's gonna be a complete reversal. Because we inversed this and then we came back and tagged the inversion, and we also have a gap in here. So like, unless we're getting a complete reversal, then I'll say okay. That's when I'll be like, okay, price is probably gonna like not hold anymore. But other than that, it's kind of like just sit and just let the trade play out. Mm. Although ES is failing, but I'm on the Nasdaq. A lot of time ES could like over exaggerate the move downward, and then it reverses. But we'll see how this plays out here. I'm still holding the bullish bias. That price wants to go higher. And if that fails and I get stopped out, then I'm done for the day. That's what I mean. Plus today's like, plus we did just took a daily buy side liquidity. That's another thing too. And those sometimes when you take a daily buy side liquidity, price can do stuff like that, even though we're bullish. So but I don't think we get a midweek reversal today. I highly doubt that we get a, because we had a down day on Monday, so I don't think so. If we do, that's fine too. That's, you know, because the way this is trading, it looks like we're not gonna, it's not supporting it. So and mind you, this is trading inside of a hour, 30-minute. I'm still holding a bullish bias until price stops me out. My stop should have been where it's at. Stays where it's at really. Like I said, inverse, fair value gap. We're just over exaggerating the move. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I doubt the midweek reversal. I highly doubt we get that today. It's Thursday, and then we took our buy side, came back in the range, we hit the gap, supported by this inverse. There's a good chance we spike back up and go for these highs, just like I was saying. Okay, let's do the fib. Let's do it one more time. This will be here. We could do it like this, or we hate this. We're gonna take off 10 here. Or we could take off 10 here. Take off 10 here. But we're gonna take off 10 up here. And then here we're gonna take off 5. So 5. Take 5 right here, and then the last bit of trade. So as you can see, it's like I want price to gravitate higher and go to these levels. that I have marked up with the standard deviation. And this is the maximum range that I think we're gonna go for if we're gonna make a move higher. But today's Thursday, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, it's kind of iffy. So it's gonna be like, I'm gonna do it like this instead, like this, and then like that. Thursday shenanigans. But yeah, now it's kind of like, you know, just sit and let the trade, play out. There's not much you can do here. There's no need to overanalyze anything. It's just like, so far it's respecting this 30-minute fair value gap, which I like. Now it's a question of like allowing price to just do its thing. We also have an hourly inverse, so that's the reason why I'm like, okay, there's no way they just dump it out here. Doesn't make sense because we still hold the bullish bias here. So I think we get that nice little rally. Really nice rally out of here, which is inherently about 160 point in total. But we're not gonna get the entire thing. It's gonna be more like gradually. And I like the fact that price is now above the midpoint of this gap, which tells me that it wants to push higher. So it's not like trading below it, it's like above it. And it's about this candle's about to close soon too. So I kind of like that. Like if we're gonna go higher, I want to see it like stay above. Exactly what it's doing right now. I want to see it stay above it. Five, four, three, two, one. And next candle to open up and push higher. Yeah, there's an inverse gap here. It doesn't matter. Why? Because the bias is bullish. So I'm ignoring all of that. Because remember, the market tried to dump multiple times and it just couldn't do it. So and we already made the low of the day with London. So this is like where we just continue higher. And if it fails, then that means, that's it's signaling that we probably reached the top, you know, because we are due for a weekly fair gap. But today's Thursday. I don't expect us to just drop like that. I expect higher prices at least. Ugh. And based on how it's trading right now, that's not what we want to see. So more than likely, price is reversing. So we maybe do for like the midweek reversal that I was talking about. So yes, there is a chance up. Like this gap is probably going to start failing the way it's going. Yeah, it's 226 tick now. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped out. Okay, and that's that. That also means on the 5 minute, since I held a bullish bias, right? Would I just go and say, you know what, I'm flipping bearish now, I'm gonna go short? No, it's not gonna do that. We're ending it right here. But yeah, since I had a bullish bias, price didn't. It's a Thursday also, and the markets is also at all-time highs. We don't really know when it wants to switch, and that's the tricky part about all-time high trading. Things like this can happen where like the market just randomly starts reversing. So as you can see here, this is what I was talking about, the weekly fair value gap that's going to form soon. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing lower prices going into next week for this huge gap in here. So I'm anticipating all this sell side from this low to this high. We're going to go back down to this midpoint next week. We're going to head back down to this the 50%, maybe in this range here again. Sweep out these lows and then re rebalance to go higher because it's been a straight up days. So we have to go down and probably hit this either this daily gap or this daily gap, and then we're gonna see higher prices after that. But as of right now, the way this is trading going into next week, look how this is trading. Like it could come all the way down here to try and stop me out, and then it could very well still go higher. It could very well still go higher because my stop was right there. It could very well still go higher. But like I was saying, with all-time highs, we do get these exaggerated pullbacks, and I think if this get inverse, then we're probably gonna go and clear out all these sell sides, setting up for tomorrow for lower prices tomorrow. Because if this goes down today, more likely tomorrow we're gonna see lower prices tomorrow and more lower prices. But I'm not gonna trade tomorrow because my trading week is already ended, so I'm gonna be unavailable tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, that's that. We had a bullish bias. We had a 15-minute setup, but it's all-time highs. We took our entry. We got stopped out of longs, even though we have the bullish bias. So we're gonna call it a day here. Thank you for watching.